Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Three Stacks in this thing, and I wanted to basically take a crack at the Paleozoic deck. It's been getting some good results, and a lot of my friends have been talking about it. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and just see if I can create an interesting and maybe more creative version, basically more creative version of the deck. So this is a pretty interesting variant. I think you guys might like it. It is a 60 card variant, but it's pretty cool. The playstyle of it, it's basically Paleozoic artifacts, and it's got some other secret hidden text in it. So yeah, it's pretty fire. But let's start with the main deck. So three of the common swap frogs. Yes, I know little homie's common. I'm definitely gonna work on the rarity later, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna get nicknames to these guys. But he's pretty clutch. So for now, we'll just call him Esteban. And then we got three Raphael because it's pretty sick. I like him a lot, especially when you're able to get two TAs, right? So if you get two totally awesomes, you could basically just bring out two of him and just like do block. It's pretty savage, but yeah, it's just pretty much the standard. And then two Roni homies, but you can run three Roni homies. It's up to you, but I think like the pretty much the standard eight is how you want to do it. So yeah, definitely gotta get some supers and some OTs, but we'll work on ready later. The main thing was just getting the deck together. And then the one lonely maxi, the ban list isn't fully effective until like 4 days from now, but I'm just adjusting my deck list accordingly. Just you might as well just get used to it. And then three of this guy, he's actually pretty savage. I call him Evil Knievel, and he's pretty incredible. The grind game synergy of this card is just overpowered. It really is. He's consistent. He's like really strong. This one guy just like it helps you like normally it's like 1-for-1 exchanges and then you just pull this guy out and just get free advantage, and you could just like rip a reckless, for example, or like rip a D barrier and just like he just seals the game. He's like so powerful. Or even like stacking a mirror force, rip the mirror force, chain it. It's just like this guy is just so powerful. Grind game synergy is just so clutch. I'm considering bumping Lee and Kaya just because you can target him from Banish Zone, send him from Banish Zone to Grave, and then just like triggers effect again and banish him and just keep going off. I like him. He's just so powerful. I like him a lot. If you guys check out a recent video, not recent, it's not very recent, but there's a deck profile on Jirak Paleozoics. I was running three of this guy and three Kari Bandits. I was actually running this thing like before. It was before Invasion of Vengeance, so I was already running this variant in my Paleozoics. If you check out any of my decks, my Paleozoic variants, I was running the Kari Bandits in this. But since this is like lawn mowing, I don't really need the Kari Bandits to like trigger this guy's effect anymore. But he's still like just MVP. So honestly, like him and Maxi are just MVP. And then we can't forget about the Grim Reaper himself. He's just too savage. But yeah, just wins games. And the 22 is really clutch, especially in the mirror, because like 22 evenly matches the totally awesome. So like they either have to like waste the lost wind or waste the mirror force to get rid of him. And then for spells, we've got three of the grass, definitely dank, triple desires, triple demise. Just you just need your consistency. Your play starters, just really standard. And then two instant fusion. This is my spicy tech. I'm taking advantage of the fact that we have artifacts, in the deck. It's an artifact Paleozoic, so we use the instant fusion because we want to go into our Ultimate Zokin. And I'm lending my Crystal Wing out to a different deck, so it basically will be BLs and Crystal Wing. These are my targets. So basically, it's simple. You just you bring out your artifact from your sanctum. You play instant fusion, summon that guy. Send those two to the grave. You make your Zolkin, and obviously this is a trap deck, so you just set a trap. And this would be my Crystal Wing, but like I said, it's being lended to my other deck, my Wind Witch deck, and the BLs. So this basically is your Crystal Wing and BLs, but I'm using Gunganir as like basically a substitute slash filler for my Crystal Wing, but he's still a formidable, he's a formidable synchro. But yeah, that's part of the spicy text in the deck. The instant fusion play, I like it a lot. It's really good, and you actually can recycle your stuff, which is pretty cool. It's pretty clutch. And so yeah, then we're going on to the most important part of the deck, which is gonna be the traps. This deck is pretty consistent with just good grinding games, and most would think it starts off slow, but when you're running the lawn mowing variant, you also have like these clutch, explosive turbo plays that you can make, and if you can draw a little swap on me, you're Gucci from there. So the deck's not always as slow as you think, but even if it has a slow start, it never really like it doesn't. It can kind of like basically select its tempo once you get your paleos engraved. So it starts off slow, but then it could just really get fast paced. You know, XYZing like 3 4 times a turn consistently every turn. So it's pretty crazy. But traps, 3 dinos, 3 Canada homies, and then 3 noise making noise, and then 2 Morella. I probably will just bump this chick to 3 because she's kind of just like free, whatever you want. 1 Parquet and 1 Lian So I may go three Maria and 2 Lian because I find myself really needing to abuse that Lian, especially with that combo when you can just send your backjack. Excuse me, guys, but yeah, that's it for the Paleos. And then the Mirror Forces, pretty standard for me. I side other Mirror Forces, but I didn't want to main deck too many. So yeah, that's the Mirror Forces. And the Reckless, kind of like the Magic. It's kind of one of the best traps in the whole deck. I know it just says draw 2, but because it's a chainable trap and you can activate it whenever you want, you just get free advantage off of it. And another cool thing with every other deck in the world that plays traps is, the Paleo's net advantage for each trap you use. So it's really, really powerful in grind game, like I was saying. And then 3 Sanctum, uh, pretty much the 6 copies of Barrier. And then we've got the Solemn Brigade, pretty powerful traps. 2 Lost Wind and 2 Wabaku. The Wabaku is just pretty insane. Like, this is another clutch trap similar to Reckless Greed where you can just activate it. I definitely want to find a way to probably put in like 1 or 2 Fiend Grievings, but I've been mostly just pulling off my backjack with other effects via discarding and just other effects like that. And especially when you have your Anomalocaris, because I like to go for this setup where I just basically make my Anomalocaris and I just grind it out with traps and draw a card each turn, and it's just like really good synergy. Like the deck is really consistent. Like you can literally draw every single time you activate a trap. Well, it's once per turn, but basically you get to draw every single turn, like once per turn. Every time you activate a trap, which is every turn, you just draw more traps. Then you have like backjack to hook it up with more, like Evil Knievel on that thing. Like it's really really consistent. I'll definitely say that like the deck is good. It really is. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the main deck 60. Majority traps, but really, really good traps. The traps are probably like the huge support for the deck. It's the reason why the deck is really, really hard to kill. I'm not gonna lie, honestly. If you can just find, really, really solid, powerful traps and know when to use them, you can definitely like just take control of the game. And that's kind of how Paleozoics work. They're a really, really control-based deck. And for extra deck, we've got Zolkin, BLs, and Gungnir. He should be Crystal Wing, and then we have the Sea Monster and Invoke Raijin because he can book himself, keep himself alive, and also he can be free rank 5 fodder to go into Durandal. I'm considering running Pleiades, but for now, 1 rank 5 is the only one I can make, and it's never come up where I've been I need Pleiades more than Durandal because Durandal is definitely just far more powerful in just every sense. And 2 Toads, I actually should have 3, but right now I only have 2, so you can consider this kind of like a rough draft, but it's a good rough draft because this is basically where I want to be. As far as where the deck goes, I just definitely need another Totally Awesome, and I think as far as the main deck, I probably just need to put add a Lian Kaya, add a Maria, and probably put in, possibly see if I could squeeze in, probably 1 more Lost Wind. So yeah, gonna get a 3rd Toad definitely though, and then 3 Opabinas. He's the best one. This guy's just so clutch for the grind games. When you're under a Reckless especially, it just ensures that you can still net advantage, activate your traps from hand. And then one of him, he's just super duper powerful. And sometimes I find myself using a Totally Awesome just to recycle him and go into him again. Extra deck is, I'm still working on the extra deck as well. And then we got Phoenix, Cat Shark, and Utopic Future. I'm definitely gonna put in a 3rd Totally Awesome and probably 1 or 2 Sky Cavalry Centuras. And possibly a Crumble Logos. But yeah, those are possible future techs. And then for side decking, we've got triple Raw Spear Mode, triple Kaiju, double Slumber, double Dark Hole, double Twin Twister, 1 Raigeki, 1 Torrential, and another Mirror Force. Now, I was considering running in the side deck 2 Fathomer, the True King, the water one. I can't find him right now. Matter of fact, I think I have him. But yeah, let me pull this guy up. I believe he's here somewhere in my cards. Yes. Okay, so these 4. So these are 4 cards that I really want to incorporate in my side deck. The Lava Golems more specifically because I don't really normal summon, and it just gives you more outs. And then 2 of this guy. So this is gonna be my secret tech. I'm gonna find a way to incorporate him in the main deck or the side deck, because I think he's just such a clutch blowout in the mirror match, and it's a pure water deck. And it's even cool because he actually combos well. Like for example, I'll show you guys this. Like when you have him, and I play tested with him, and I think I'm actually gonna just run the Fathomers. Like when you open stuff like this, right? You have like Swap Frog, and you have the Evil Knievel. You can basically like just normal summon the Swap Frog, uses effect, send Roni Homie, right? Just ditch the Roni Homie from deck, and then activate his effect, pop the swap, and then pop him from hand, bring him out, and then use his effect, stack 3 cards from the deck. It's just like, it's a really cool combo. I like it a lot, but I definitely think that this guy is really clutch, and he should definitely be ran. I don't think anybody runs him actually. It was kind of just like most of these card choices that I made. I didn't really like get them from anybody. I try my best to make my decks original, and I don't net deck. But I definitely think that you guys should test out the True King. Just see how good he is for you, because in a grind game, most people rely on their Paleozoic traps in the graveyard, right? So it's either good to banish from the field, or you can banish 2 from the grave, which just basically steals more resources that they really need. Because some people, like, not every game's going well. You might have 2 to 3 Paleos in your grave that you're working with, and if you can banish 2, it's like you can just basically take care of the Ronin Totem from there, and then you've got it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna work on the deck, and incorporate more spicy tech choices. And I'm not finished, but this is basically where I'm at right now. Tell me guys what you think, and I hope that I thoroughly explained where I'm at with the deck right now. It has some pretty nutty combos, and you can just poke for a lot of damage with this deck. But definitely we'll show you guys some duel videos with it, and just keep making it better. But yeah, honest opinions, and thank you guys so much for tuning into the video, always giving us love, always showing mad love, and I definitely respect you guys so much for that, and I thank you guys. I'm very, very grateful. We're definitely trying to make sure that Team King of Games stays relevant. We don't want to be stagnant. We don't want to stay in the same place. You feel me? So if you guys have any advice, any suggestions you would like to make, like, hey, I want to see more of this, or it would it would be nice if you did this for me, feel free to ask. But God bless you guys. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Be safe, make good choices, don't hurt your brain cells, and take care of your business. Make sure your families are safe. We'll be hearing from you soon. Peace.